Hi, my name's Bill. I service and sell lightly used Berninas on eBay under the username Bush Video. I will soon also be selling them on a site called Etsy, E-T-S-Y. It's a site for crafters. What the purpose of this video is to show you just a few of the extra steps that I take when I service a Bernina before it is listed for sale. And this one here kind of inspired me to do this video because this machine I got in, this Bernina 730, and it was just recently serviced by a Bernina dealer. And I took the machine apart, and it was nice and clean inside. It had been oiled, but that was it. I feel that they overlooked some key steps, some of the things that I take care of when I service a machine. One of the main things, we'll get right into this, is that on all these models, like the 160, 165, 155, 170, 180, 185, 200, 730. In fact, here's a 180 sitting on my workbench. And here's the 170. All these models use the same basic motor and mechanical parts on it. It's the electronics that are the big difference between the models. But they all use this idler tensioner here for one of the main belts in the machine. This is one of the things that's overlooked so many times when people do a servicing on a machine, because it's something you have to take apart and take out of the machine. I'm guessing people don't bother, or they don't even think about it. On this machine, supposedly being freshly serviced, when I turned the hand wheel, this thing was so tight that I knew right away what the problem was. Here's the idler tension wheel taken apart. What happens here is that the original oil that these are assembled with on this shaft here, that oil eventually gets all sticky, and the wheel that's on this shaft doesn't want to turn anymore. These are the Q-tips that I use to clean up the tensioner assembly that's in this machine. Okay, it's a simple problem. Take it out, clean it. I have some special oil that was approved by Bernina to use on these. I oil them up, put them back together, and put it in, and that was the problem. And this thing turns and spins nice and freely now. What this one little problem can do here is that it's going to put not only unnecessary stress on the sewing machine motor itself, but the electronics of the machine, and could eventually lead to burning out your power board just over one simple problem like that. It's something I take care of in every machine, and I find that most of them have never been taken apart. Most of the tension wheels have never been taken apart, and most of them have never been cleaned or lubricated. Don't skip that step. It's necessary. On the rotary hook machines like this one, not sure if you can see it there, put a little light on it right there. There's another one. There's another tension wheel, same thing. You take it out, you clean it up, you lubricate it, and you put it back in. Again, something else that's overlooked many, many, many times. I've serviced hundreds of these machines, and it's a shame, but such a simple step can cause you not to have that many problems if it's taken care of in the first place. Running out of time here on my video, I want to go over some other things. Thread cutters. I take the thread cutter out. It's got a sharp area right in here. And I worked as a jeweler for many years, and I take the thread cutters and I actually resharpen them. I make that razor sharp so that when it cuts the thread passes over that, it's like a razor blade. You want your thread cutter nice and sharp. That should be taken care of every time the machine is serviced. If somebody doesn't know how to sharpen the thread cutter, then they can just replace it with another one. This one was nice and clean in the inside, but the cam here for the feed dog lift, they cleaned it off. It had no grease put back on it. But, I don't know what to say about that. That's not good. The thread path on the machine was dirty. Okay, this is your tension assembly. I have a video here posted on YouTube, shows you about the tension assembly. This is the tension assembly. Your thread runs through here. Some waxy threads will cause buildup. You get buildup in here, and this can't properly clamp down on your thread. You lose your top thread tension. Okay? There's a tensioner spring here. If you can see it here. Sorry for the video not being the best with my phone. Thread passes over that tensioner spring. Abrasive threads can eventually wear through on that spring, and they can cause the little piece to come off. When the spring breaks, then you're going to get your message that you have a problem with your upper thread, and you're also going to start breaking thread like crazy. Some places will just tell you just turn off your upper thread tension message, but that's not the real fix. It's something that needs to be checked. On a higher hour machine, you want to make sure that that's not wearing. If it is wearing, it needs to be replaced. The timing on the machine. It's an easy thing to do. The timing is a relationship between the lower shaft and the upper shaft and has everything to do with the position of the needle and the bobbin assembly. Timing needs to be checked. Something else that's really overlooked. There's a cam up here. I know you're not going to be able to see it, but there's a cam up here. It rides over a metal part. And that has to do with the raising and lowering of the presser foot when the machine is running. I see a lot of times that these are worn down because they were never lubricated or they weren't adjusted correctly where the metal piece doesn't ride over the cam correctly. That needs to be lubricated. And that looks like about what I have on my list for now. I don't want the video to run too long. There's some other steps that I get into, but these are the main things that I see that are overlooked on machines that were supposedly serviced. So check it out. Like any mechanical device, it needs to be taken care of, and it'll last for years and thousands of hours. My name's Bill. I have Bush Video eBay sales, and thanks for taking the time to stop by and watch my video, even though it's rather amateurish. Take care. Bye-bye.